Object Destructuring, basic assignment. Here we have this example. We have the constant declaration and we have this variable named user, and we're gonna assign it to this object, and this object is gonna have two properties, the ID and the is verified. The ID is gonna have a value of the number 42. Is verified is gonna have a value of true. ID and is verified are the properties of this object. We also know this object with two key value pairs, where ID is the key, 42 is the value. Is verified is the key, and the boolean true is the value. So we close the curly braces of the constant name user, and now we're gonna destructure it. We are gonna take from the object user the properties ID and is verified, and we do it with the keyword const. We use the keyword const, open curly braces, and we type in ID comma is verified. We close the curly braces, and then we use the assignment operator and then the name of the object. We end up with a semicolon, and now we're gonna cancel that log, the ID, the property. So when we do that, the result that we're gonna get is gonna be the value, and it's gonna be the number 42. When we cancel that log, this property is verified. The result that we're gonna get is gonna be the boolean true, and we can check it out in the Chrome developer tools. So we go to any tab and we press Ctrl+Shift+I if you're in a Windows. We paste it, and now I'm gonna press enter, and there you have it. We cancel that log, the property ID, and the result is 42, the number 42. We cancel that log is verified, the property is verified, and the result that we get is the boolean true. So that is that. Assigning to new variable names. A property can be unpacked from an object and assigned to a variable with a different name than the object property. So here in this example we have the constant declaration name O, and it's gonna be assigned to this object with two key value pairs. We have P colon 42, Q colon true, where P and Q are the keys. 42 is the value of the key P, and the boolean true is the value of the key Q. But also P and Q are properties of this object named O. So now here we're gonna destructure it, and we are gonna take from the object named O, we are gonna take the properties P, and we are gonna assign it to a local variable named foo. Again, here we are gonna take from the object named O, we are gonna take the property Q, and we are gonna assign it to a local variable named var. So we end up with a semicolon here, or well, the way that we do that is with the keyword const. So we type in const, we open curly braces, and then we type P colon foo comma Q colon var, we close curly braces, we use the assignment operator, and then the name of the object. We end up with a semicolon, and now we're gonna cancel that log, the local variable foo, and the result that we are gonna get is gonna be the number 42, because we are taking from this object O, we are taking the property P, and we are assigning it to a local variable named foo. And you can name this local variable anything. They're naming it foo. We can name it, I don't know, new name 1, new name 2, anything. The same is gonna be with Q. So here, when we cancel that log, the local variable var, the result that we are gonna get is gonna be the boolean true. Why? Because we took from the object, we took the property Q, and we assigned it to a new local variable var. So the value in q is true, and we assign it to the local variable bar. So when we cancel that log, the local variable bar, the result that we're gonna get is gonna be the boolean true, and we can check it out. We go to our Chrome developer tools, Ctrl Shift I, we paste it, we press enter, and there you have it. We cancel that log foo, we're gonna get 42, and when we cancel that log bar, we are gonna get true. And for example, we can name it anything. For example, I can put anything. I don't know, again or gain. Okay, so okay, for example, here we are taking from the object name O, we are taking the property P, and we are assigning it to a new local variable. In this case, I name it anything, and then we are taking from the object O the property Q, and we are assigning it to a local variable named game. So now when we cancel that log anything, literally, the result that we are gonna get is still gonna be 42. And when we cancel log game, let me see, the result is gonna be true. But let's change the number. Let's put, I don't know, let's put 50, 56, and let's change it to false. So let's see what happens. False. So when I press enter, yeah, there you have it. The result that I'm gonna get is gonna be 56 and false, because when we took from the object O, we took the property, and the value of the property P is 56, and we assign it to this local variable that we name it anything. And also we took from the object name O the property Q, and we assign it to this local variable that we name it, in this case game, and the value was false. So that is the reason that we are gonna get it 56 and false, the boolean false. So here for example, and we have this expression, we have cons open curly braces P colon foo close curly braces equal sign or assignment operator O. We have this expression here, takes from the object O the property name P, and assigns it to a local variable named foo. So again, it takes from the object O, the property name P, and assigns it to a local variable named foo. This is the local variable named foo. Assigning two variable names and providing default values. A property can be both unpacked from an object and assigned to a variable with a different name. Assign a default value in case the unpacked value is undefined. So here they give us this example. We have const, and we have this curly brace here, and inside of the curly braces we have two key value pairs, a colon double A, that is assigned 10, and then with comma, then we have B colon double B, that is assigned to 5. We have the assignment operator, and then we have another set of curly braces, A colon 3. So now when we cancel that log double A, it's not gonna get us 10 as you might think, but it's gonna get us 3, because we are assigning it, we are destructuring from this object, and this object only has one key value pair. You could say it has only one element. So now when we cancel that log BB double B, the result that we are gonna get is gonna be 5. Why? Because double B is assigned to the number 5, and here we are not destructuring, we don't have another element. But for example, if in this curly braces we will have, for example, like B colon, I don't know, any number 35, the result that we would get is not gonna be 5 here, but it's gonna be 35. And we can check it out. We go to the DevTools, we paste it, and we press it, and there you have it. We have the result 3 and we have the result 5. And let's make another example. So for example, let's say I have b, okay, I have b colon 35. So if I press enter, yeah, that's what I'm gonna get. When we cancel that log double A, we are not gonna get 10. Why? Because we are destructuring. Now we're destructuring. We're taking from the object. Here double A is being assigned to 10, but now since we are destructuring, A has a value of 3. The A is the key and 3 is the value. Again, we have, in this case, we have b colon 35. Here we have b colon, and then we have double B is a sign of 5. So in this case, we also don't have, when we cancel that log double B, we are not gonna get 5. In this case, we are gonna get 35. Why? Because b colon 35, we are destructuring, and now the key, b is the key, and now has the value of 35. And that is that. Unpacking properties for an object passed as a function parameter. Objects passed into function parameters can also be unpacked into variables, which may then be accessed within the function body. As for object assignment, the destructuring syntax allows for the new variable to have the same name or a different name than the original property, and to assign the default values for the case when the original object does not define the property. Consider the subject, which contains information about a user. So here we have the constant declaration. We have this constant name user, and we're gonna assign it to an object. So in this object is gonna have the properties ID, display name, full name, and here we're gonna have an object inside of an object, and we're gonna have the first name and the last name. These two are properties too. So again, these are properties, but also these are the key value pairs. So ID is the key, 42 is the value, display name is the key, this stream JDO is the value. So we can grab this example here, this object, and we can go here, we paste it, and we need to call the user. We call the user, and there you have the object with the ID that is 42, the display name, the full name, and all the stuff. Here we show how to unpack a property of the pass object into a variable with the same name. The parameter value, open curly braces ID, indicates that the ID property of the object passed to the function should be unpacked into a variable with the same name, which can then be used within the function. So here we have this function name user ID, and the parentheses we have this parameter value, open curly braces ID. Inside of the curly braces, we're gonna return the ID. We're gonna return this ID. We close curly braces of the function user ID, and we're gonna cancel that log, the function that is gonna be the user ID. And inside of the parentheses, we are gonna pass in the constant. We're gonna pass in the user here, the constant name user. And the result that we're gonna get is gonna be we're not gonna get all this information here. We're only gonna get the ID, and the ID is 42. The ID is 42. So we can grab this example here, and we can paste it here. Wait a minute, let's clean it up. Okay, so we paste it, And there you have it. The result is 42 since we are only getting the ID. For example, we can, instead of the ID, we can do the display name. So we would just, instead of user ID, we have user display name. But we're gonna see an example right now. So you can define the name of the unpack variable. Here we unpack the property name display and rename it to the name for use within the function body. So now we have the function name, user display name, and parentheses. We are gonna have the curly braces, and we're gonna have the property display name calling the name. Now outside of the parentheses, we open the curly braces, and we are gonna return the name here. So we close the curly braces of the function user display name, and we're gonna cancel that log, the function user display name. But now in the parentheses, we're gonna pass in the constant name user, and the result that we are gonna get is the name, and that is gonna be the display name that is gonna be JDoe. So we can, okay, first of all, we can change this example real quick. We can clean it up here, and we can grab this example. So I'm gonna clean it up here. Okay, and there you have it. We have that the function name user display name, and inside of the parentheses we pass in the object with the property display name, and here in colon we have the name. Inside of the curly braces we are gonna return that name. We end up with a semicolon. We close the curly braces of the user display name, and we're gonna cancel that log, the user display name, but we're gonna pass in the constant name user, and the result is gonna be JDoe, and that is the result that we are gonna get, that we are getting. So here we have nested objects can also be unpacked. The example below shows the property full name, that first name, being unpacked into a variable called name. So here we have this function name whois, and the parentheses we have an object, we have the property display name, and we also have the property full name colon, and now we have another object, first name colon name. Okay, so now we're gonna open curly braces, and we are gonna return, but we're gonna return, we open backticks, we use the $sign, and inside of the curly braces we're gonna type in the display name. We close the curly braces and we use the name, the word is. We open the $sign, we open curly braces, and now we're gonna type in this name here. We close the backticks, we close with semicolon. Now we close the curly braces, and we're gonna cancel that log, the function whois, and we're gonna pass the constant name user, and the result that we're gonna get is the name, the display name. The display name is gonna be Joe. Joe is, and now the $sign name is gonna be the first name. So in this case the first name is gonna be Jane. That is the reason that we are gonna get JDoe is Jane. So we can grab this example, we clean it up here with Ctrl L, or just press the circle button and we paste it. We press enter, and there you have it. JDoe is Jane. And again, let's make it a little bigger. So again, we have the function name whois. Inside of the parentheses we have the object, and we have the property name, we have the properties display name, comma, we have the full name colon, we have the object, and we have the property first name colon, and then we have name. In the curly braces we are gonna return, we are using backticks, and in $sign we use display name. In the display name we go here, display name is JDO, this is string right here. Now we use the word is, and then again $sign, and now we're using the property name. The property here is first name, but we are assigning it to this local variable name. So the first name is gonna be Jane. So when we close the curly braces of the function whois, and now we're gonna cancel that log the function whois, and inside of the parentheses here we're gonna pass in the name of the constant, and the name of the constant is user, and the result that we're gonna get is JDO is Jane.